Some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Panthers offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Let's chat for just a moment about Pittsburgh. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate.
There he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Looking to buy time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense has the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down.
Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking back.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for a man. It's Payne. Throwing right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Give to the running back. Creates a little space. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Panthers want to crank the tempo. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finding an escape route. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Payne. Makes the grab, it's Stanton. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Pitt pushing the pace.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Finds his man. It's Klopfenstein. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Wang. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass, it's Payne. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Grabbed over the middle. It's high. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Panthers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down, now they're staring at 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. It's a draw. Shows him the stiff arm. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Off the play fake. The sure hands. It's Stanton. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Looking for a man. It's Payne. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Throws for the tight end. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Field goal is good. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Snagged out of the air. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Payne. Makes the catch, it's Stanton. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Tompkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Pitt right back to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they've not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Let's look at the big picture for Pitt. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up. We're predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Immediately fires to the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the middle. It's high. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback on the keeper. Smashes ahead. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Pitt!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything. I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to throw, it's Payne. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Picked off! What a play by this defense. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, UNC! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
A really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback. And when he throws it, go break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll pull it on the read. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Pitt pushing the pace. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Payne. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Here's a return from midfield. And the returner goes down. This offense has it with really good field position. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. And the Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Tompkins. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. With just about 30 seconds to go in the half, how aggressive do you want to be here? To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wants to go up top. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the 1st down marker. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Heaves it deep. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Payne. Complete with conviction on the crosser. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's good. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Steel City.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll run the sneak for it. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Payne. A strike downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Rushes on him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back to throw, it's Payne. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina! They take the lead with the 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. To the ground with the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Hit right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Wayne. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Looking to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's high. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get... And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's got it on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Payne. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the 1st down. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. They'll give it to the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. The Panthers in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Hauls it in. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Off play action on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. That's caught. It's Klopfenstein.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch you, big fella.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Pitt will have to boot this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. On the option. The give on the option. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Finds a little space. Still on his feet at the 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Tar Heels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Takes the handoff. It's Prince. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll leave it with the lone back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Offense facing 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boone. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains and they have the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The sure hands. It's high. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Pitt pushing the pace. Got it in the middle. It's high. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 35.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. It's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Looking for room, it's Prince. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. To the air, it's Payne. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today. But one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. And the returner will be dragged down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you could just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Now they'll run the draw. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Wang. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a Heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Second down.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Got it in the middle. It's Wang. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
Wants to go up top on first down. Plucks it out of the air. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. The Panthers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They'll send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Going for it all. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. Looking to throw. And he can't get it away. The sack, keeping this offense from taking the lead.
No good. That keeps the score. North Carolina, 27, Pitt, 26.
First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.